Hello, Homestead Overlanders. Virginia, what can I do with this watermelon? Well, I'm going to feed it to the chickens, but our other food scraps, we compost. So let's talk about composting. Some like scraps from the house. We got coffee grinds. There's some tea bags in here, some eggshells. You don't want to feed your eggshells back to your chickens. And some carrots and, what is that? The skin of an avocado. For you city dwellers, you can get yourself a compost like this. You know, it's a barrel that you rotate. You open up this top, you put some stuff in there. And I'll talk about what you put in a compost and how to take care of it. But here with this thing, when you put the compost in, you spin it maybe like every 3 days or something. And then this is kind of what it looks like. There you go. That's breaking down pretty good. We put a lot of the food scraps in here. Yeah. So this is the guy that I was looking for right here. Yeah. Composting worms. I'll talk about those in a second. So before we go down to the country compost, I'm going to show you my little worm farm over here. I'll do a separate video on vermiculture, that's worm farming, and how this is all set up and what we do. But let me just look in here and see what we got going on. Yeah, we need to feed these guys. They need some more avocados. Let me dig up in here. There's a couple worms right there. Some of them are trying to escape. Oh, here's a good handful of them right here. And I'm going to tell you all the things that you can do with worms. Yo, babies, let's give you a little something to eat. They love banana peels. So I was like looking around for my wife, Meredith, to help me with a video with the worms. She doesn't even want to be involved. She doesn't even like looking at them. I can barely get her to feed them. There are a lot of things you can do with worms. I'll make a whole video on that. You can get their castings. It's called worm casting. That's basically their poop. You can get worm juice from them. You can make worm tea. I take handfuls of them, put them in the compost, where I'm going to take you right now to the country compost, and you can put them in your garden. This is part of our routine here. We're going to take some scraps to the chickens, and we're going to take some scraps to the compost. Chicky baby, come on in. Here you go. Get yourself some watermelon. While I'm working hard, the wife is playing with the doggies. And they're over here looking at our archery area. Hey, Winston, is there a rat in there? Get him, Winston. Get that rat. So this is one of our country composts. We had 2 of them going because when one is almost finished, we're starting a new one. And I built this out of pallets that I got for free from Craigslist. So when you do homestead and you want to save money, there's no sense of buying brand new pallets to build a composting bin. Now, what do we put in here? Here's what you put in a compost. The ratio is 70 to 30. So 70% brown. Brown would be like dry leaves, straw. Some people use cardboard. We don't like to use cardboard. If you use cardboard, make sure it doesn't have ink. And 30 would be like anything green, like fresh cut grass, fruits and vegetable scraps. And then what I do is we put it in here and we wet it. You don't want to wet it too much. You don't want it to get all nasty and gooey. And then you got to flip it once a week. So let's add some scraps to it right now. In the chicken coop right now, and here's a secret ingredient, chicken poop. So that is one of the things we add to it. So after I put all the stuff in there, now I need to flip it with a pitchfork. And you're gonna see that a lot of homesteaders, these men, are actually in shape because this is a good ab workout. And then after I flip it on, I'm going to hit it with a hose. So if I look in here, that's pretty good breaking down. And look, there's our composting worm right there, my red wiggler.
So what are the big black chunks that are in there?
Oh, you see the things that look like little pieces of coal?
Yeah.
All right, so this is another thing we add to it. This is called biochar. So when I trim down all the trees around here, we burn them once a year. I have to get like a permit from the fire department. And we let the wood burn down to these little pieces of coal or pieces of burnt wood. Yeah. What do you call them? Biochar?
It's biochar.
And these are good for the compost. Why are they so good? I don't know.
It's a test the first time we tried it out.
Oh, so you read about that somewhere?
Yeah, it makes the soil nice and dark too. I like that.
All right. All right, yeah, so I'm a little bit out of breath. That was a lot of work, but I love it. So look, once I flipped everything, if you dig down in here, it's hot. compost cook. What's the temperature to get up to, babe? Do you know?
Oh, like 150, 160.
Yeah, and that's all the microorganisms breaking things down, and you can actually get thermometers to see how hot this thing's going. Now to this flip, let's wet it.
Okay.
There you go. So she's just gonna wet everything down, and then we'll leave it alone for another week, and we'll come out here and we'll flip it again. That was just a little introductory video to composting and worm farming. Look, we're trying to encourage other people to do what we do because it's a great lifestyle. I mean, if you can't buy some land, it's okay. You can still start a garden. You can still compost. You can still be a worm farmer. Look, guys, thank you for following. Thank you for watching this video. Give us a little thumbs up and a comment. When you do that, it helps the algorithm put our videos up there so other people can see them. Also, please hit the notification bell because we come out with videos all the time and we want you to know what's going on. Thank you for watching Homestead Overland, Virginia. But I'm coming home.